All right, guys, so welcome to Philadelphia and welcome to another video. So this week, as I've mentioned before, we are heading to the Philadelphia Fan Expo, which is a big con. It's actually the former Wizard World cons. And it's a regular con like any other con. It's a big one, but also I'm going to be doing a lot of celebrity meet and greets, signings, stuff like that. So it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. On the docket is the Smallville cast with Tom Welling, Michael Rosenbaum, Kristen Crook, getting a picture with them, going to an event called One Night with Hayden Christensen. It sounds very romantic. Can't wait to do that. It's basically just some sort of like Q&A panel for him. And tomorrow is going to be the Back to the Future Experience, which is a panel with the entire cast. I'm not sure, and for all of us, I'm not sure how much footage I'm going to be able to get. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a good amount, but kind of play it by ear. But that's going to be basically a panel with the whole cast. But I'm also getting a picture and autograph of Michael J. Fox. So that is going to be awesome. Back to the Future is my all-time favorite movie. Cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. We're at the hotel with the city behind me on the 18th floor. It's pretty awesome. Mrs. Syntastic is with me, and we're going to now head out to the con. So see you there. Come on. All right, welcome to the con. Oh, wow. Oh, here's it, where their exclusives are.
You're good to go. Thank you, guys. Oh, of course. Yeah.
How you doing? Pretty cool.
I can't believe that.
Cool.
I know
Orion, some storms. So usually how I do things at these cons is I kind of just wing it, where I just kind of pick a row and just walk and find all sorts of stuff.
How much? Which one? I'm looking for a nice sign novel.
Just don't get it graded by CBCS. They'll just verify the signature. I mean, for CBC, verify the signature, and that's it. Like I said, they're right there. This guy, that's for
Well, that Nemesis Prime is so cool. There's a little bit of Artist Alley. A lot of various artists here. Wow, look at that Carnage. Mysterio. Look at this. It's the Hot Toy DeLorean. It's awesome.
I guess if I had the money, I would have spent it more.
Good one.
I'm gonna go pick it from there. I'll get you back here one second.
I've never seen Broadway before. Let's see what he looks like. That's kind of cool. Wow. Damaged base 600. He's similar to the one that I got. Oh, but he's eating the
He's
thing.
eating the Ferrari.
Oh, these are cool. Got Superman.
I like look.
Oh,
Oh, there's some over there. $75.
see. Oh, this looks cool. They're pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Oh, here we go. A lot of basics. Let's see what's inside over here.
Got 18 grand.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. A lot of cool stuff here. A lot of the clones from Revenge of the Sith. It's pretty cool.
What was the price of it?
Side of it. It's pretty cool.
Great aside.
God, these are so cool.
So get up close to it and slowly pull away.
Hayden Christensen panel just waiting for.
We are about who's excited for Hayden Christensen out there, everybody? Let me see those lightsabers on and in the air. We're gonna start in just a few moments, but to kick off our panel, we're gonna do an warm welcome to Hayden Christensen! Keep it going, keep it going. Hayden, go ahead and turn around. We're going to gather members of the Philadelphia 501st and all of our audience members. We love the fans so much, and speaking on behalf of all the fans, we want to thank you for being here. You're one of our favorites from one of our favorite series of all time, Star Wars. So yeah, thank you again. We have a special treat for Hayden. Those of you that follow us on social media know that we put out a call to social media a few weeks ago for fan-submitted videos from across the country. We got submissions from the U.S., Canada, different. I feel like since the 40th Star Wars celebration, just the fervor of the fans, the excitement over the return of you to Obi-Wan, the rediscovery of the fandom of the prequels, seeing multiple generations of fans around the world just loving you for your portrayal of the character. How does that feel? Tell us a little bit about that. It's a loaded question.
It doesn't suck. It's been a wild ride, and just so many incredible experiences with the fans, and so much support, and I can't tell you how much it's all meant to me. But yeah, I really appreciate all of it.
That's so awesome. Yeah. Awesome. What's your first name? Chris. Give it up for Chris, everybody.
To this fight because it was pretty extensive, and we learned the entire fight from start to finish. But yeah, I remember doing this. They had actually built the speeder itself, but it was on like a mechanical, I don't know what you call it, like a gimbal or something.
Sure.
That would sort of, you know, give it some movement, and then everything else is blue screen or green screen. And I mean, Ewan and I just had a lot of fun together, and you know, he was always making me laugh, and this was sort of early days for us.
There's a very cute picture that's super famous of you just like smirking like outside of this speeder, and I feel like it's like everywhere. Have you seen this?
I don't know that I've seen that one. I've seen a blooper though, where I think I pull the handle off from the steering wheel itself wasn't properly attached.
That's probably right from that moment.
Really good time together, and went on a great adventure together. Ewan, I don't think, came with us to Italy when we were filming on location. So after we were done in Australia, we went to, I think we started in Italy, and then we went to Seville, I believe, in Spain, and then we went to Tunisia to do some of the Tatooine stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Natalie and I became very close, and I loved working with her. She, you know, is an incredible actress, obviously.
Of course. Make some noise if you'd like to replace yourself with Natalie Portman. Just for a moment. All right, I keep spoiling them a little bit. But here. Ash Drake. Ash Drake, you out there anywhere? Sometimes they're in the audience. Is it true? Oh, you're right there. What's up, Ash? Is it true that during your filming career, you started work on a farm? As someone who supports and lives in an agricultural community, what do you farm, and what is your favorite aspect about that career versus the film industry?
Yeah, it is true that I got a farm in like my mid-20s. I wouldn't really call it a career though. It was more of like an anti-career, if anything. And we got to see, you know, him and Padme raising a young Luke and Leia, and Uncle Obi-Wan's there. That would be nice. I'd like that.
I thought you were going to say Uncle Owen was there. I'm like, I don't think Uncle Owen made it. Tragically.
Yeah, no, Obi-Wan, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. All right, from
I'm very indecisive. I don't know.
Oh, classic Anakin up here, everybody. Can't decide between Jedi.
I mean,
it's pretty close.
You know, well, the Jedi are, they've got, but the Sith, it's a very exclusive club.
Yeah. Both answers are correct. Fan Expo Philadelphia, we loved having you out here. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Please give a standing ovation for Mr. Hayden Christensen.
Walking back to our hotel after day one. It was an awesome time. We had such a blast, but it was exhausting. There's our hotel across the street. But we're gonna, I think, go eat at the Hard Rock Cafe. It's like 9 o'clock at night and we are starving. So tomorrow's gonna be all the Back to the Future stuff. Can't wait. But today was an incredible first day. So stay tuned. Mr. Lloyd. Tom Welling, Mike Rosenbaum right there.
I have two questions if that's okay. So I want to know, I'm a pretty good Breaking Bad fan, so I want to know what death in Breaking Bad hit you the hardest?
Mike Ehrmantraut. Yeah, you know, I love Mike's character because he's, you know, it comes up for me right away. He is the embodiment of the everyman I just spoke of, and for me, he's almost out. He desires to be with, you know, Kaylee, you know, his granddaughter. He desires to have a different life, and he just stays in it a little bit too long. So that's probably the death I'm most sad about in Breaking Bad. The second
Yeah, my second question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, if you could choose any character from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Camino, any of them, which do you think you would want to see a spin-off based on most?
Gustavo Fring. Dude, I mean, yeah. Gustavo Fring, I think if there were a spin-off that would be worthy, and I know that when they were thinking about Saul, they had been down the road on it, but in Vince's mind, it was either Gus or Saul. I'm glad they did Saul, but I would be intrigued to see the life of Gustavo Fring when he was back in Chile. Like, what was his life like? Because I think he was an aristocrat. I think he may have been in the army. He would have led men there really well, but he made a choice to get out and do his own thing. So Gustavo Fring would be the answer.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll go over to this side. Your name and your question.
Hi, Jacob. My name is Adelaide. I'm a major fan of Star Wars. In particular, I fangirl a lot over the villains. So I wanted to ask you a question about The Mandalorian, where you play Moff Gideon. What was the funniest thing that ever happened to you on set when you were Moff Gideon?
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm pretty. The funniest thing, the most fun thing for me. I mean, there's a lot of moments that were awkward and weirdly uncomfortable. But there was a joyous moment when I finished just before Christmas after having been on their set for a month and not having been home for almost a year. There's all this great technology, and so we were in the volume, and I'm on the big ship, and there are windows everywhere with things being projected through the windows onto the volume wall. And they came out and they said, "Look to your right." And all of a sudden, Santa on his sleigh with all the reindeers went across the windows of the ship. It's all on the wall outside. It looked so real. It was unbelievable. He's waving, and the sleigh was carrying off the back of it a banner that said "Merry Christmas, Giancarlo." And it was, yeah, I'm an old softie. It was really pretty wonderful. This whole Mandalorian thing has allowed me to play again, to be, and you wouldn't think so with this role, but it allows me to be light, to see the world that you see, to see all the characters, to be strong in my power, but yet to have fun with it. And so my answer to John was, he said, "Is there anything that you want to have?" And I said, "Just give me a cape, I'll be fine."
Thank you.
On Back to Future Date.
Michael J. Fox. Get on your feet, Philly. Welcome, gents. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is an absolute pleasure and honor to have you guys with us. You got to take your... Tom is ready now. Tom is ready. I am ready. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Philadelphia. We're here. We're here. So to kick this off, I mean, we have to talk about the fact that the 1980s, in my opinion, is one of the most innovative eras when it comes to movie making. What was it like to be in the film franchise and film industry at that time?
I don't know, it's kind of new to me.
More than fair, more than fair, more than fair. Tom, what about you? Coming from Philadelphia, as I do. Yeah, that's right, make some noise. All I can say is Philadelphia freedom shine on me. I love it. Come on now. Shine the light through the eyes of the ones left behind. Shine the light, shine the light. Shine the light, won't you shine the light? Come on. Philadelphia freedom. Yes. I love, love, love you. Yes, I do. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now I forget your question. I'm sorry. I have come from here. It's an absolutely amazing thing. Yes. No kidding. My first acting class that I ever took was about 5 blocks from here.
Yeah, like
Of course.
like some of the shot takes you say like where? Like braces to hold in place. You know, there's an earthquake, like the whole shot you do in hell.
Right.
And so we thought we were doing such cool stuff. We're like, wow, we're doing like this standing there, shit. What if we really dinosaurs?
Truly.
But it was amazing. The best guys in the world at. The thing about the 80s that I've been kind of getting into lately, making me laugh, is somebody said to me, and it's caught on, said, we were 80s famous. I said, 80s famous? 80s famous? It's sort of the hardcore time to be famous.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Absolutely.
No, there was no internet and stuff. People couldn't like text you from across the room.
That's right.
They get right in your soup and be like podcasts.
And I thought it was sort of when it's like a great idea, right? It's so great that it seems obvious. It's why didn't anyone think of this? A kid goes in a time machine, goes back and meets his mom and dad. What happens? And like you said, culturally, does he like them? Right? Do they get along? Do they have sort of the same interests and everything? That's what makes it a great movie. Absolutely. And the performance of the villain. But other than that,
it does think of this. I want people to understand that it's so brilliant. There's a thing in acting we call laying pipe.
Right.
Laying exposition. Like saying, this is what the movie is, this is what the bad guys do here. You got a guy that's a support actor schmuck has to spread all this stuff out and say this is what the movie's about. This is what this character do, and this is what this character do, and here's the thing you can't open, and here's the door you can't go through, and all that stuff. And it's really hard to do, and it's really boring. Chris is a genius at it.
absolutely.
Chris reinvented the art of the laying pipe, of saying, hello, and you listen to how the movie's gonna work, and you're entertained. This pipe is supposed to be entertaining. Pipe is supposed to be pipe.
That's right.
To give you information. He's a genius. He made an art out of it, and that's where the movie works well. Because he's so generous as an actor.
Very true.
Like an actor, you can work with an actor, and you can say you look like a goof because you have no idea what you want to do, and some actor will come in and mess it up on you. And other actors are just realize that the more generous they are to you, the more they help you do your work the best you can. The better they do their work, and the better the patient is. These two guys are examples of that to the nth degree. They're both geniuses at helping other actors in the scene
I said, McFly, what was your grandfather, an Irish bug? So that got into the script, McFly, you Irish bug. The script said, make like a tree and leave. And I said, this guy's so stupid, it should be wrong. That's right. So I said, why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? And then, so all of those lines, that's about as funny as a screen door in a battleship. I'm gonna hunt you down and shoot you like a duck. So all of those lines, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it was a scene like, hey, when he was running out of that gamble house, right? I was the one who said to Bob Zemeckis, Bob, why don't you have Chris say, Ronald Reagan, the actor? What was Jane Wyman, the first lady? And that was Ronald Reagan's first wife at the time. So it was a lot of fun. It was of course, it was such an intricate script. You had to get all of the points right, as Mike said about Chris. That's right. You had to lay all the pipe, all the exposition. But after that, there was a lot of room to play within the story. For me, it was emotional. As I told you, I missed a lot of school and everything. I was actually beaten up by bullies all the time until the genes kicked in. Kind of the summer between 11th and 12th grade, you just kind of, bones are cracking. Mom, what's going on? And then I got big. So the most difficult scene in all of the Back to the Futures was in the car with Leah outside the dance. Because Bob Zemeckis talks to me, and both of us had said there has to be a time in the movie where Biff is not a stupid buffoon, but a very dangerous person. Okay. So the threat becomes real. Yes. So that when I'm punched, that's the oh yes, So that scene we were going to play real. No stupid lines, no anything. I'm taking advantage of her in the car. That was very hard for me because I must say, because I was beaten up by bullies, I was doing an impression of them, of the guys I knew in school. But because it was really hurting my feelings, I wasn't internalizing that stuff. I was, actors talk about internal work, your heart, your mind, external work, the way that I walk, the way that I talk. So I was concentrating very much externally on those things. Biff, walking, the cock in my head, voice, up in my mask. Hey, yo, McFly! Like that, right? But I wasn't thinking about my heart. So I get into that scene, and I'm wrestling around with Leah. Take your time. And she starts crying. And that was very hard. Yeah. Very hard. So, it ended up to be funny because we're doing the scene. Bob Zemeckis says, cut. And I'm saying, Leah, I'm really sorry about this. I don't mean we're acting. We're in a scene. Just acting. We're acting it. I know, but so we acted it, but I just found that scene upsetting. Of course. Because I'd been pushed around and I didn't want to push people around. But if I didn't push her around, I didn't get paid. So I pushed her around. You pushed. Say happy birthday to Michael J. Fox. Y'all can do that. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday! Absolutely. Thank you. To you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. Back to the Future Cast.
All right, guys, so I am home and exhausted from this con, but it was literally the time of my life. I cannot even put into words how incredible this con was, between basically meeting all my heroes. I hit all the high water marks between Star Wars, Superman, and Back to the Future, which are like my 3 favorite things in the world. Back to the Future is my all-time favorite movie, Star Wars my favorite franchise, and Superman my all-time favorite superhero. So it could not have been any better. So I'm just going to quickly show what I got. It was really mostly like autographs and stuff like that. But the first thing, which I did get Michael J. Fox autograph on this. I got to get a frame for that. I did get a couple exclusive comics, which were, like I said, exclusive to the con. First one was this Batman Beyond #1, which was exclusive to the con. This was first appearance of Batman Beyond, but obviously it's a reprint, but still pretty cool. A foil reprint of McFarlane 423, which is a really nice one. These weren't much. I think they were like about $15 each, but again, con exclusives, so pretty cool. The picture with Michael J. Fox with Mrs. Fantastic and I. He looks like he's a little bit scared of me. The signed picture from Tom Welling, which was just awesome. Super nice guy. I told him that basically Christopher Reeve was like my Superman, that like in pretty much of anyone that's my age and generation. He was just the perfect embodiment of Superman. But I told Tom Welling, I was like, I felt like his portrayal of the character was a perfect kind of continuation in essence of the Christopher Reeve performance, more so than any other. So he was really kind of taken aback by that, it seemed like to me. I don't know. So that was pretty cool. And last but not least, it's going to be hard to pick up, got the print of the entire, or the picture of the that we took with the Smallville cast. So that was it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I had a blast. This is probably the most fun that I've ever had at a con. It was really spectacular. I hope it came across in the video. I'm really happy with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I sure as heck enjoyed doing it. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, take care.